These two teams, they met in Atlanta earlier in the year with the Falcons winning that game. So a win here in Charlotte would give them the season sweep. Ritter now on second down. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Looking to throw it here. Ritter, short throw to Smith. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Ritter will set up to throw it. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Mac Hollins the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. You look at this Carolina defense. It's a unit that has had all sorts of issues against the pass. Dead last in the NFL, number 32 in the league. And when you're getting ready to face the number 1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. To the air again, it's Ritter. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons are back within a score. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Now Raheem Blackshear going to take this one out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They'll roll him out right. He's got Mingo. A first down there and a pickup of 25. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll run with Sanders up the middle, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Big Calais Campbell fighting through to make the play in the backfield.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
Flush to his right. Young into the slide, and he's got a first down. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
As we both know, there's a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. And part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Young to throw it. That's over the middle and caught by Mingo. Touchdown, Carolina! Jonathan Mingo, 32 yards. And the Panthers are able to add on to that lead. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
Delay of game, offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Another attempt now from 5 yards further back. It's good to make it 17-7. So the drive there took 6 plays. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got them pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, put the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Let's go.
Ritter from the gun. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down. Ritter to throw it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up second down.
Here we go.
The Ritter back to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Oh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
Check, pitch, black block, Smith, red.
Robinson up the middle. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. That was huge after being behind the chains on first down to make this second very manageable.
Man, how much pride do you have in an offense on first down to get that kind of yardage? Because it actually opens up your playbook on second down. You can run it, you can throw it, you keep a defense off balance. I like that phrase, staying ahead of the chains, and they're doing exactly that.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Out of the gun, here's Ritter. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Landry. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Here's Ritter. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 14. 19 yards there on the catch and run. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Bootlegging out here, Ritter. And that's going to be incomplete. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who was shaken up on that last play. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to the ground with Robinson. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. Ritter now. And this is going to be incomplete. Strong coverage by Carolina. And on we go to 4th down. So on 4th down, Ritter heads to the sideline. Younghoe Koo gets set for the Atlanta field goal. Koo knocks this one through the post. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Koo just hit the field goal. Now he kicks off. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. On 2nd down, Young. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Nothing flashy there, the slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys because it's a quick play. And you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch. And then he's able to absorb the contact and complete it.
That is taken in by Hurst. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who was shaken up on that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. So 3 plays already 1st and... little time. Young off the bootleg. He'll buy some time right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. Give him 7 there on the... Better shape now for third.
No shortage of impressive moments from him thus far. Now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the first half. There's been no answer for his running ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what adjustments they'll have to make during the halftime break.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A field goal would make it a two-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. And not only will he not get in, he's going to lose yardage. They stuff him back at the 4. They begin the drive with Robinson. And I don't know if he made it out of the end zone. No signal. Yes, it's a safety.
I have to think the sooner halftime can get here for them, the better, because that first half has been rough. And that safety, it only adds to their issues. The other sideline, though, I think they're fine if we just skip the break and keep playing.
And we'll get a pause here. There appears to be shaken up on that last play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead, should they so choose. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Young off the play fake. He completes this one to Mingo. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. A play fake. Now Young. Open man is Mingo. Complete. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Young. Flushed out right. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Adam Thielen as the first half is winding down. And the Panthers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And the Falcons going to get one more drive here in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
On 2nd down, Ritter. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Oh, he's got his tight end, Pitts, complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the 3rd quarter. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. So we get set to start this 3rd quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but
it got his man complete.
Holding offense.
He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
you have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so, because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that will bring up second down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to...
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. In for the sack, Deion Jones. Ritter and the Falcons need an answer and a big play here on 3rd and long following the sack. They're going to look to throw. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, if they have any designs of getting back into this football game in the second half, they're going to need to be much sharper offensively than they were on this opening possession. Not much happening here, and it'll lead to a 4th down.
47-yard punt, a return of 4. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Young looks to throw on 1st down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. Give him 32 on the play.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Rolling to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies will try and force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
It'll be Young again. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 7 there in the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. 3rd and short yardage. Young sliding out of the pocket. There's Trimble, the tight end. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now Young. Escaping the pressure right. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Bryce Young, an 8-yard touchdown run. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
That's a really good decision right there outside of the pocket. You've got to know the right time to shift from passer to runner. He was looking and looking. Nothing there. You can almost feel the brainwaves firing as he calculates, I think I can win a race to the pylon. And he turns out to be right. Touchdown.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Falcons offense making their way onto the field. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And as we take a look at the playoff picture, certainly still a lot of jostling to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team, far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
So much to play for, and remember, 7 teams in each conference go to the playoffs instead of 6. And not to mention, remember when the league made that move a few seasons ago to put divisional games at the end of the year? So you get to week 16 and 17, you're playing for playoff spots, and you're playing divisional games. Couldn't be more exciting than that.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Ritter will set up to throw it. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. 2nd and 10 now, 3rd quarter from Charlotte.
Let's go. Go set. Cut.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be Falcon football. Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready. Just shy of the 30. He'll get it to Robinson to begin the drive. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 41 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
17. Ready.
Back to throw, Ritter. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Here's Ritter again.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw it here. Ritter. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Panthers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Hands it off out of the gun. Move the chains. A gain of 7 on 3rd down. This offense #1 in the NFL in picking up 1st downs, and their run game got him another one there.
A really good stat to lead the league in, isn't it? Because if you keep picking up 1st downs, sustaining drives, that means you're controlling the football, controlling the clock, and letting your defense rest on the sidelines.
And we're back now in Charlotte. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. On play action, Young. Flush to his right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Here's Young from the shotgun. Forced out to his left. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, It's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And the Panthers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. And they'll run again. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this fourth quarter lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Atlanta now coming out on the field. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game.
There he goes, left side. Look at the big man rumble. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Kyle Pitts with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Falcons get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that will shave a bit off the lead as it's down to a 23-point game. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
That throw by Young incomplete.
It's been a fun game for him so far, but I think he tried to do just a little too much that time. Give the defense a rare win on that snap.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. Give him 15 there. The Panthers have a first down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Jordan Phillips is the one on the stop.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
But he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They'll try to throw now. Young. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here.
Ready?
Out of the gun, it's Young. Caught on the slant. Touchdown, Panthers. Adam Thielen with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the fourth. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in coverage. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. Ritter now. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To the air again, it's Ritter. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them, because just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Ritter looking to throw on 1st and 10. Right back to Pitts again. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Had a nice move, but can't break away. Down just inside the 30.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Now they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Here's Ritter. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And the Panthers are going to get the football here at their own 23. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 72 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Carolina,
It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we'll watch Jonathan Mingo. He's putting together one of the better seasons in league history. It's the Panthers and the Packers on EA Sports.
Well, it is just the perfect time of year for a trip to the Carolinas, and that's where we find ourselves at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Carolina Panthers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, we look at this Panther ball club as they interplay here. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Packers, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses them about 4 yards. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie quarterback.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
Young wasting no time, right to the air. Flushed out, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Rashawn Gary in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The start less than ideal as they already face a 2nd and long. Looking to throw, Young, eluding the pressure right. He'll get this to the rookie, Jonathan Mingo. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. It's Young off play action, escaping the pressure right. He's got a man, it's his fullback. And he's not going to sniff the 1st down here. He stopped at the 25. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that'll bring up 4th down. Carolina punt team out there led by Johnny Hecker. Fielded at about the 28. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. So here are the new look Packers set to go to work. And at the helm here in 2023, a lot of eyes on this man in his 4th NFL season, Jordan Love.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy. Getting it done, but they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
This one into the hands of the rookie Luke Musgrave. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
See the athleticism there of Brian Burns stopping him behind the line. 2nd down, another shot for Jones. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. You look at this Carolina defense. They're in the spot statistically that you don't want to be in against the pass. Number 32 in the league, dead last.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for, this is what you practice for, this is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking on the number 1 overall offense in the league.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. Another run with Sanders. And he'll get this up to about the 40. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Throwing, Young. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. They go play action. Young. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. Well, both teams kind of feeling each other out here. And now after 3 drives, we have a score with that field goal.
Yeah, they're still waiting for their breakout drive to come to them, all right? They're using the playbook well. They're looking for that extra section that says touchdowns instead of field goals. But they'll take the 3 for now and try and get set up for more later.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
They'll throw again. Here's Love on 2nd and 10. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
On now is the Packers punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. They juked him. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing.
Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Another run here with Sanders.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
Credit the defense there to Quay Walker, getting behind the line of scrimmage before they could rip off any sort of a gain.
The play fake, now Young. His throw incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown.
Jonathan Mingo.
His 14th touchdown now on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed, aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Green Bay's offense ready to go again. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive.
Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Former first-rounder Derek Brown living up to the billing on that stop.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence, haven't allowed a point yet, flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
On 3rd down, Love. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch.
13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
Love going to give this one to Jones. And space tough to come by there, so he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Bulldozes past him. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. To pass, here's Jordan Love. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun. Love. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. That time, multiple defenders getting pressured, and it's a loss of 6. The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Under pressure, they got him again. Brian Burns. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. On now is the Packers punter as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded just inside the 20. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Young off the bootleg. They'll roll him out right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Running right. Here's Sanders. And some room to run now. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 90 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll go again with Sanders. They'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line. Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. And not what you want to see this late in the season. The medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Here's 2nd and 4 from the 24. Now Young. Flush to his right. He'll dump this one off to Hubbard. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Young will set to throw. This is caught. Touchdown, Panthers. Jonathan Mingo with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Panthers add 6 to their lead. In the 2nd quarter and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game. And I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And Carolina scores to cap it off. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Only able to gain a couple there. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. Play action this time with Love. That's complete to Dobbs. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of... Because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good. To an okay game.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Now Zane Gonzalez for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 53. Gonzalez's kick is good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. Well, that's something of a pick-me-up, but the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Carolina getting set to take the field.
Ready. Ready.
On play action, Young. He's got Mingo. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver. And as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
And his throw here's incomplete. Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And award that sack to Boogie Basham.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there. Saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. First down, Love to pass. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Love from the gun. Short throw to Musgrave. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. This time they stay on the ground. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in everyone to this Christmas Eve edition of the EA Sports Halftime Report. So let's get to it. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. And it's the Colts on top as that one approaches halftime. Jonathan Taylor with a touchdown run. From there, we head up to MetLife Stadium to check on the Jets. And they have the lead over the visiting Washington Commanders. Aaron Rodgers carving them up with 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, we head to Southern California to check on the Rams at home at SoFi Stadium. And they were winners in that ball game over the visiting New Orleans Saints. Cam Akers, a touchdown run in the victory. Each team making their final preparations for this second half. We're about ready, too, as we'll send you back up to Charlotte and rejoin Brandon and Charles at Bank of America Stadium.
Okay. rise to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. 17-3 the score as we resume action for the second half on EA Sports. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
That's caught by the rookie, Jaden Reed. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. First down, going to the air with Love. That's going to be caught downfield by Reed. And he's going to step out of bounds. The 20. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 42 yards. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Love. That's a Packers touchdown. Tucker Kraft, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that slices the lead down to 17-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Now Raheem Blackshear going to take this one out. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe you.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quay Walker, and he'll return it to the 24-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball, come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
Towards the middle and caught by Musgrave.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Romeo Doubs, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that will level the playing field at 17 all. 17-17 the score, all even to this point as the kick's away. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Now the offense for the Panthers here getting the football back. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Brought down that time by Quay Walker.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now this throw caught left side. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down in defense.
2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Off the play fake, Young. He'll buy some time right. Touchdown, Panthers. Adam Thielen, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out, and he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play caller.
They go bootleg. Love. He's got the open man. That's Musgrave. And he's going to have a Packers 1st down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
Check right. Opposite. Green, blue, check.
Up the middle, Jones. Dances by him. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
But that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter.
Check pitch. Black block.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
Love now to pass on first down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Panthers will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34.
They go play action. Young.
Throw left side, pulled in by Mingo. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line.
A big play that time on a catch and run. 43 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get enough. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Panthers out in front and in control of the football as well as we begin quarter number 4. First down, Young. Buying time to his left. And this one is incomplete.
Trying to get a big strike right there and hopefully tie this game up in the late going. But the coverage was there, and this winds up incomplete.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here, eluding the pressure right. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown!
Jonathan Mingo.
23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Panthers add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory.
They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the 4th quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? And you know what I mean by that. I had an old coach used to say all the time, hey, when we have a lead late, don't just tuck in and try and ride it out. Go out and play and extend the lead. And that's what he did.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And the lead now up to 14.
Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25.
The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field.
Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Hey, look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway.
Inside the 20. He's across midfield.
Touchdown, Packers.
Luke Musgrave.
75 yards.
And the Packers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Gonzalez good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Carolina offense making their way out. We take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC.
Playoff picture here, and you see they've got that number 2 spot right now. Obviously a lot to like about that and where they're at in this home stretch of the season. But that first-round home game is not guaranteed, Charles, until they lock up their division.
Bottom line, win the division, stay number 2. You get a favorable game at home to begin what you hope will be a nice postseason run.
Second down, back to Sanders.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Escaping the pressure right.
And Young will slide to the ground safely as he picks up the first down as well.
They'll run with Sanders. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. Jair Alexander up to make the tackle.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on third down. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. Ooh, the juke. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll try to throw now. Young rolling to his right. That's caught by Mingo right side. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. That one goes for 30 yards. To throw, Young. Flush to his right. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who was shaken up on that last play. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. First try for the right arm of Dalton here. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
44. Here you go.
Passing, it's Dalton. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Jonathan Mingo from 8 yards out. And the Panthers extend this 4th quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11.
And that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
A short throw to Musgrave.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
The Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Jordan Love ready on 1st down here.
That's to the tight end, Musgrave. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
And they're going to speed things up here. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Xavier Woods with a pick. And the Panthers are going to take over at their own 41.
Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here and maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Carlos Basham able to make the play defensively. 2nd down, back to Sanders.
And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
They sure went against conventional wisdom, calling a pass on 3rd and inches.
Had to be thinking to themselves, the defense is going to overcommit against the run. Should be an easy pitch and catch. Didn't turn out that way.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down. Well, they take a chance there on 4th and 1, but it's a gain of 3 and a new set of downs. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. It's a second down run with Sanders. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. A play fake. Now Young. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
On is the punter Hecker as he gets this one away. And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot. So here's Love and the Packers. Down by 2 touchdowns. 1:39 to go. They're going to need a Christmas miracle to pull this one out as they've got it 1st and 10. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. He's got space past the 25. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
Ready, break. You don't blue. Ready.
Love. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Okay, ready? Ready.
And they take a knee.
Ready, ready. Check white. Opposite, green.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And they will take a knee here. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark,
Here we go. Here we go. Ready? Ready. Hut, hut. Set, hut. Ready. Set. Here we go. Set.
It's Week 17 of the National Football League, and we'll watch Jonathan Mingo, whose utter dominance has moved him within range of the single-season receiving record. It's the Panthers and the Jaguars, and it kicks off.
The final 2-week stretch of the 2023 regular season, and we are underway week 17 here on this New Year's Eve. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by the youngster, the rookie, their QB.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
Last week's game.
Good. Four touchdowns, 1 pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
You got the win, so you're going to give him another chance?
Give him another shot.
All right. I think the ratio is pretty good. He'll try and eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
Young's throw here on target to Hurt.